Trump staffers are some of the most incompetent nincompoops I've seen in my entire life. This is former DOGE staffer Justin Fox, whose job was to identify grants that violated President Trump's executive order on DEI. The thing is, he doesn't even know what DEI is. Let's watch.
How do you interpret DEI?
There was the EO explicitly laid out the details. I don't remember it off the top of my head.
It's okay. I'm asking for your understanding of it.
Yeah, my understanding was exactly what was written in the EO.
So can you?
I don't remember what was in the EO.
So right now, do you have an understanding of what DEI is?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your understanding as you sit here today in this deposition?
Well, it was exactly what was written in the EO. And so anytime that we would look at a grant through the lens of complying with an executive order, we would just refer back to the EO and assess if this grant had relation to it.
Okay, but I guess I'm stepping back from your methodology strictly in terminating the grants. Do you have an understanding as you sit here today of what DEI means?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your understanding of what it means?
Well, It is exactly what was written in the EO.
Okay, so
And I don't have the EO in front of me, but that was we would always reference back to the EO and make sure that this grant was in compliance with the EO.
I understand that. Okay, but I'm not asking necessarily about what was in the EO.
Yes, Professor, I completely understand what the question is asking. What do you mean you want me to answer it? Well, I would have to refer back to the textbook to answer it, but I know what it's asking. I know what you're asking me. I know what the answer is, but I would have to refer back to the textbook. That's how discount Killian Murphy sounds over here.
I'm asking very specifically about your present understanding of what of DEI. Do you have a present understanding of DEI?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you explain what that present understanding is?
Well, it's just easier for me to be referencing back to the EO.
The funniest thing about this is that DEI has such a simple explanation. It's literally 3 letters: diversity, equity, inclusion. Like, he doesn't even know what it stands for? Come on. He literally sounds like a college student trying to reach the word count. It was in relation to the text in which I discovered. Listen, I know his lawyers told him not to answer any of the questions and just to say, oh, it was in the EO, it was in the EO, it was in the EO. But he comes across sounding like an idiot. And the thing is, he keeps saying, oh, we referred to the EO, we referred to the EO, except that's not true, because the way that they actually did this was by using ChatGPT. They literally gave the following prompts to ChatGPT. Does the following relate at all to DEI? Respond factually in less than 120 characters. Begin with yes or no, followed by a brief explanation. Are you joking right now? This is why we have a literacy crisis in this country, because you're telling me you can't even look through the grants yourself? You have to use ChatGPT to flag them for you? That's so embarrassing. The depositions also show that DOGE employees had no experience in academic research or the humanities, and they were the ones who were determining whether the grants should be funded. Last year, the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, canceled $100 million in National Endowment of the Humanities grants, solely based on whether they were at all related to DEI. This is who's running the government. This is who's making decisions. People who don't even know what the 3-letter acronym for DEI stands for. This is who's running the country. These bozos. I'm so glad that we're getting tapes of these depositions, because it just proves again and again that the Trump administration is filled with the most mediocre white dudes who know nothing about the government and are just intent on tearing it apart. Hi, if you're new here, I'm Ileana. I talk about the intersection of politics and parenting. I'm on every social channel as @IleanaJustine. I'd love to have you follow me. I talk about news, culture, politics, motherhood, being a millennial, and I'm so glad you're here with me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.